With the recent release of 60 FPS videos on YouTube, what are the best render settings for your videos in Vegas Pro 13? Hello and welcome to a tutorial and guide on how to get the best settings and quality on your video on Vegas Pro 13. Now this guide is made for people who are familiar with Vegas Pro, know how to use it, but want to get the best settings for their videos. So we're going to start off with the project settings. So this is what the program we use before you render it. So if you're doing 1080p video, you're going to want to select the 1080p 60i. No, you're not. That's the wrong one. If you want 720p, you'll click the HTV 720/30p one, like so. And if you're 1080, you'll want this one down here. Now, if you're wanting this in 60 FPS, you're going to need to change the frame rate. It doesn't come as a preset, so you want it as 60. So you're just going to type in 60. It's 1080p. The field order, you want progressive scan. Pixel format you can change high if you've got a good enough processor to render it. Resolution quality is best. You can leave everything else the same. Audio is fine. I mean, you can stretch this to best if you're slowing down or speeding up video. And when that's done, you can either save it, and then you can click this button here which start all new projects with these settings, meaning all your new projects will start. So we're going to apply them to the timeline, and now you're going to want your clips. So I've got a short clip from a Minecraft I've recorded. I'm going to drag that into Vegas. So now the audio is done, I can just simply drag it onto the timeline. Do you want to set the project video settings to match media? No, because we've already set our specific settings. Now the first thing we want to do to our clip, which you should do with every clip you ever use this in Vegas, is click on the video and disable resampling. This means they don't merge frames and you don't get some weird blurring that you normally occur. So once you've done that, just watch it through, make sure it's okay. My video appears to work fine. This is 60 FPS, so all is good. Now once you've done that, you're going to select all the clip you want to render. You're going to go to File and Render As. Now when that slowly loads up, we're going to pick the best settings. And okay, so you render as, you're going to pick a folder to save it in. Doesn't really matter where, as long as you know where it is. Let's just save it into there for now. So there's two options which are the best for YouTube. You've got main concept AVC, which is an MP4 file, or if you have a slower computer which isn't that quick to render, you want a Windows Media file. So I'm going to go through the MP4 settings first. If you're in 1080p, you're going to click the 1080p, 720p, 720p. Simple as. You want to customize the template. Now the profile you want to set to high. The frame rate you need to set to 60 here. There's no setting, you need to set it the same as your project for 60 if you want it to work for YouTube. Field order is none. And bitrate. Now YouTube recommends a bitrate of 40 to 50 million. So the maximum you're going to want here is 50 million. And average you want around 40 million. Now if you've got, this is for super quick internet, a 10-minute video will be about 2 gig, 3 gig, maybe a bit more. If you want to get even higher quality video, you want to bump this up to maybe 80, 70, 80, 90. And the average to about 60-70. That'll give you super smooth video and it'll make it look really nice. You want to definitely enable progressive download, and the encode mode, OpenCL is for AMD cards and CUDA is for Nvidia cards. Now you can check this by going to the system thing, and if you check GPU and it'll tell you what's available. Now rendering through your graphics card will be much quicker than your CPU. So for me, my graphics card is OpenCL, so I'll click that. Now audio you can leave the same. System app just checks it, and project you want to use best, even though it's set in the project settings, and leave the rest as it is. And that is perfect as it is. You can then set this as, say, a Minecraft. We can then save that. I already have one. You click OK, click render, and you're done rendering. Now for the WMV file, you want to click 8 megabytes per second 1080p or 6 megabytes HD 720. So we're going to go for 1080p. The first thing we're going to do is change the quality VBR. That just makes it a lot nicer. We want to go to video, and we want to change the image size because at the minute it's 1440 by 1080, which is not what we want. We want 1920 by 1080. Pixel aspect ratio is fine, and the frame rate, again, you need to set it to 60 exactly if you want YouTube to find it. And video smoothness and the sharpness slider, you want it around the 90 mark. I haven't really tried the others, but this works best for me. Set this to CBR. Bitrate is 8 megabytes. Of course you can change this up or down, but 8 megabytes is brilliant. Leave everything how it is. Set this as best, and you are fine to go. Save that as a new template, and you have a perfect render. So you render that off, and the job is done. You then upload it to YouTube. Bye bye. You have perfect video, all rendered in 60 FPS. So thank you for watching this tutorial and the guide on how to get the best render settings out of Vegas. If you have any questions or any other types of rendering you want me to fix or sort out or help you with or show you how to use, or if you have a different game, then just let me know in the comments and I'll get them to you straight away. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.